My name's Mariah Murphy. I'm a firefighter with the City of Tacoma. I've been working here for 6 years as a firefighter EMT. Prior to that, I drove a private ambulance for 2 years as an EMT. I finally decided to become a firefighter about 3 years after I'd graduated from college. I was working in the construction and salvage field and looking for a way to be more involved in the community and help people on a daily basis. And I'd been racking my brain for years with a way to do that. And finally, one day it dawned on me, firefighter, and I wasn't sure why I hadn't thought of it sooner. It was a perfect match, and once I decided I was going to become a firefighter, I took a 10-week EMT course and began working private ambulance. About 80% of our calls are emergency medical related, and so that was also a very useful experience to have coming on the job. But as far as skills and training, the department here provides you with everything you need upon hiring. I was very surprised by the competitive nature of the hiring process. I read the requirements to become a firefighter, and I had thought, no problem. Most departments require that you're 18 or 19 years old and have a GED or high school diploma. And I thought, no problem, I got this nailed. The list I got hired off of had about 1,500 applicants, and 30 positions were filled off of that list. I wound up testing for approximately 3 years and took over 20 tests. Some people get hired off their first list. It just depends how prepared you are and how competitive the pool is at that time. If you decide that you'd like to become a firefighter, definitely find some firefighters you can talk to and find out what you can do to set yourself apart as a candidate. Once I was hired by Tacoma Fire Department, one of the chiefs told me that the hiring process was actually the easy part, and I looked at him in disbelief and didn't understand how that was possible. But upon being hired by a fire department, most fire departments, you begin a year probationary process. With the Tacoma Fire Department, that starts with a 13-week recruit academy. We did 5 weeks of fire training, took a 4-week break to get your EMT certification, and then another 4 weeks of fire training. During that time period, you're in the classroom for just over 46 hours a week, and that's what you're paid for. I wound up studying quite easily another 60 to 80 hours every week during that time period. I was definitely surprised by the academic component of it, the mathematics, the reading, the memorization. I was expecting the job to be physically challenging and the training, and it was, but I wouldn't say caught off guard, but definitely surprised by how much was demanded academically. The first female firefighter began working for Tacoma Fire in 1981. So the gender barriers for being a female firefighter with Tacoma were broken long before I came around. Nationally, I think there's about a 2% average of professional female firefighters. So there are still gender barriers there, and every department varies. Tacoma Fire Department, since I've been on for the last 6 years, has had it changes, but about 30 female firefighters out of a 400 roughly person department. I don't run into any issues with my crews or within the stations. Occasionally in the field, the patients or customers will make comments about my gender, but I just respond professionally and firmly, and I always know that my crew will have my back. A typical day at the fire station is anything but typical. Our shifts are 24 hours. We have a list of things that we need to get done on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis, as far as station cleaning, hose testing, window washing, all of that. A call can come in at any point in the day. It can come in at 7 a.m., it can come in at 5 to 7 before your rig check's done, but everyone keeps up on things, so you know they're good to go. A typical day also includes inspecting, which the crews are out doing right now. We inspect every commercial occupancy on an annual basis. That helps greatly mitigate fire risks within the community. As a fire department, about 80% of our calls are emergency medical. About 8% are fire, and the other 12% are just other hazards, lockouts, public service, any range of things. We respond to a large number of motor vehicle accidents, providing medical aid and also extrication, getting patients out of the vehicles. The economy has absolutely affected the firefighting profession. We're being constantly asked to do more and more with less and less. while the budget decreases, our call volume is increasing. I believe we're up 9% in calls for the year already, 2012. But people do retire and they need to be replaced, and this job is very personnel dependent. And we are the ones that are here to solve a problem when all other solutions have failed. So we're not going to go away. Society is dependent on us. If you're interested in becoming a firefighter, do everything you can to set yourselves apart from other candidates. As I said earlier, talk to other firefighters, find out what they did to get hired. You can call our headquarters and ask to talk to a member of the recruitment team. The tests will come along. They'll probably be fewer and farther between than they were in the past. So make sure when they do that you're prepared. When it does come along, leave nothing on the table and make sure you can get yourself to the top of the list, because it's still the best job in the world and it's great fun to come to work and help people on a daily basis.